Hello. Welcome to this presentation. Good morning to you, or good afternoon and good evening, depending on where you are watching us from. So in this presentation, we want to look at two concepts. Number one, we want to look at sets. Number two, we want to look at vectors. Under vectors, we will look at collinearity, all right, of points. Okay, when a point said to be collinear. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Don't forget, you can share with your friends. So let's look at a very simple question. We are saying the diagram below shows how learners in a grade 12 class at Twaenda School travel to school. The learners use either buses, cars, or walk to school. All right, those are the three modes of transport. All right, so if 22 learners walk to school, if 22 learners walk to school, so this is the set for the learners that walk to school, this one. If 22 of them walk, find the value of x. So meaning that when we add all the figures here, the answer must be 22. Okay. The answer must be 22. Okay. Answer must be 22. So meaning therefore that we can say 4, or we can start with 7 plus 3 plus 4 plus x. The answer must be equal to 22. Now, what is x? So we can first add this. This is 7 plus 3 will be 10. All right, 10 plus 4 will be 14. So I have 14 plus x is equal to 22. If you remember in primary school, we would say 14 plus box is equal to 22. Then you ask, what is in the box? All right. But now we can't continue using that. That is why now we use the concept of algebra. So in this regard, we look for the like terms, which is 14 and 22, and group them together. So I'll have 22 minus 14 because to have close the equal sign. Though a mathematical way of explaining is that you use an additive inverse. But to make it simple, we just say, okay, it has to close the equal sign. Then the sign has to change either from positive to negative, negative to positive. All right. So in this case, when you subtract 14 from 22, we get 8. All right. So here we have got 8 learners. Okay. We have 8 learners. How many learners use only one mode of transport? We are interested in the number of learners that only use buses, learners that only use cars, and those that walk only. So in this case, these represent the number of learners that use one mode of transport only, right? So that will give us what? 14 plus 7 plus 7, and this will give us 28, because 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 14 is 28. Okay, this is A fact. Then B is here. We want the number of learners that use 2 different modes of transport. That is buses and cars, maybe cars and walk. So we find that maybe this week they have used a car, next week maybe they walk, right? So it is the point of intersections. The point of intersection. So it is 4, 2, and 3. So it is 4 plus 2 plus 3. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So this one is 9. Basically, that's how you get that. And you get your how many marks? Your 4 marks here. All right? Then the next question. show that the points L, M, and N are collinear. Now, when I say a point said to be collinear, points are collinear. For example, if you have got L, M, and N, then you can say that the points are collinear. So L, M, I'm just trying to explain, not that maybe you do the same in an exam. I'm just trying to give you the background. And N are collinear if they lie on the same straight line. Straight line. All right. Hence, a very sufficient condition to check if they are at all they are collinear is by getting their gradient, because a straight line has got a constant gradient. The gradient is the same throughout. All right. So what can we do? If we can, for example, this implies that if I can find a gradient of LM, if this gradient is equal to the gradient of MN, then the points are collinear. Or if the gradient of LN is equal to the gradient of NM, the points are collinear. So you check for the gradient. If the gradient is not the same, then you say they are not collinear. You will not say whatever they are. You cannot conclude. All right? Yeah. So we know that to find the gradient, we say y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 if at all they are points. All right? So in this case, I want L, -2, -10, and M, which is 2, 2. So in this regard, this is our first point, and this is our second point, or vice versa. So I've got x, y, x, y. So now the gradient of LM is equal to y2 is 2 minus y1 is -10 divided by 2 minus. Now, especially that this is in paper 2, you can even use a calculator if you have a problem. 2 minus -2. So this will be 2. Negative by a negative will give us a +10. So 2 negative and negative will give us a +2. So this will be 12 divided by 4, and the gradient is 3. The gradient of from L to M, the gradient is 2. How about this one? So the gradients should be the same. If the gradients are different, it means those points don't lie on a straight line. So we can just try to verify. Okay? We can try to verify to get the gradient of Mn, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, what is our M? Our M is 2, 2, and our N is 5, 11. So we can say this is 0.1 and this is 0.2, xy, xy. So the gradient of point Mn is equal to y2 is 11 minus y1 is 2 divided by x2 is 5 minus x1 is 2. So this is 9 over 3, and the answer here is 3. So you can see that the gradient is the same. So since the gradient of Mn is equal to the gradient of Lm, which is equal to 3, then the points L, M, and N are indeed collinear, and you get your marks. Collinear, you get your marks there, which is 5 marks. You get your marks. Okay, this is where we end for this Okay. All right, thank you. This is where we end for this presentation. All right. But we must say that we have what we are calling a fast track program. Track program for 2023 GCE exams in mathematics only. All right. It started on the 10th of June 2023. It will go all the way up to the 8th of August 2023. We intend to cover the entire syllabus from the scratch. So if you still want to join us, you are not late, you can still contact us on the following numbers. 0978 56 58 76 is Mr. Phiri. Then 0979 67 38 09. You can contact Mr. Mbondo, who will be glad to help you. All right. This has been Phiri Kamban signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Till next time, shalom, shalom.